Hey guys, good morning. Okay, this is a really important lesson today called standardized budgets, because if you decide that you're gonna make a budget for your family, which you should do, okay, we've been talking about, and it's good to start too. Like if you guys go to university, you guys know how much money you're gonna have every month. You know how much you have to spend on the university and how much you have to spend on food and different stuff like that. And if it's people paying for your university because you haven't gotten a job to save a bunch of money yet, then you don't want to have to keep calling them and saying like, I ran out of money for food, I ran out of money for food, I ran out of money for food. No, you need to budget it, okay? So it's good to start and practice it for then. I remember the university was fun like that. I remember there were times that in certain semesters I would have plenty of money for food. Then there were certain semesters where I had nada to do anything special or anything extra. It was just eat at the cafeteria of the university and not spend any money except like on toilet paper and stuff like that. So you need to make sure that whatever money you have coming in, that you budget it, okay? So this one's talking about standardized budgets. Standardized budgets means that there is a standard saying like, okay, if you're a family of 5 people, you should spend 25% of your income on food, or you should spend 10% of your income on clothing, or different stuff like that, okay? So let's read about what they're talking about in 4.7. Many organizations whose concerns center on the family have offered budget guidelines which suggest the percent of income to be used for various expenses. Okay, so first of all, that's just a good tip for life that you guys need to understand. There's a bunch of things if you Google it, like when you're preparing to have a family and preparing to, after you get married, you start to have kids. There's a bazillion things to Google about how to be financially smart when you're a family, how to start saving for your children's college, how to start saving for different stuff. So, and it's super important. Like, I really respect my mom for that. I don't feel like I can actually do it because, I don't know, I don't have enough income or whatever. But my mom, I really respect her because she always saves money. And now they can retire. She's only 64, I think, and they're gonna stop work in a month because it was my mom, not my dad really. My dad just did what my mom said to do, which was how much money they were gonna save each month for retirement, and now they have like plenty of money to live on for right now. She still gets scared because it's different not working, obviously, and getting income every month like she's used to, but they have saved so that they can be prepared for that. They also, from the time that I was born, they saved money for me to go to the university. So they didn't have all of it, but they had a start for me, and I worked through the university, and I worked when I was at home during vacations and stuff like that, but they gave me a good start for the university. They also have saved money. They have money set aside for us right now for either when we get married or when we want to buy a house or different stuff like that. They have like a chunk of money to give us to help us with that. So if you save and if you are financially smart, guys, for real, and if you budget, my mom always says that she's always budgeting and adjusting her budget, right? Okay, we're always looking at how much she's spending on food, on clothing, on extra fun activities and everything like that. And she'll just say sometimes like, it's better that we don't do that. Let's be careful with this, so that we can have money when there's an emergency or in the future, right? So here we go. It says these percents are usually based upon national averages for families of different sizes. These guidelines can be helpful in preparing a family budget, although they do not take into account differences in family circumstances. So look, if you go onto Google and it says, you should be spending 16% on food, but when you just say like, well, there ain't no way, we have to have more food than that because maybe people living in your house have like different diets that they have to be on or different stuff like that, then you have to adjust it according to your discernment, but it's a good place to start, okay? If it recommends that you're spending 18% on food and you're spending 50% on food, then you need to look at it and say, I think I need to cut some stuff down. Or you're looking at it and saying, we're not making enough money to feed our family. And somebody's gonna have to get a second job, or we're gonna have to figure out more income, okay? So then it says, also secular organizations do not take into account the Christian's desire to give God at least 10% of his gross income. Okay, so what they do, like let's say that you go onto Google and you find a standardized budget, but there's no tithing involved. Well, this is what they do to fix that situation. You only take the percentages. This is an option. It's not something that you have to do always. But you only take the percentages of your disposable income, okay? It says right here, disposable income. Disposable income is the income after deductions and a 10% tithe. Okay, so you get your money from your salario, right? From your work, and you deduct your taxes or whatever you need to deduct from it, right? And then you deduct your 10% tithe. Then you take the percentage of that income. And that income is what's called a disposable income, because that's the income that you have to dispose of, that you have to use. You don't have the 10% anymore if you're saying that that goes to your tithe, or you don't have the 2% that is supposed to go to your impuestos. So your disposable income is what you have left after that, okay? So look at the model problem number 1. By the way, oh, sorry, and here is the table that you're gonna be using, right? So you have food, housing, utilities. Remember, utilities are your lights and your water. Clothing, transportation, education, insurance, medical and dental, recreation and vacation, others, personal, and savings, okay? So Peter Faust, who has a family size of 3, has a disposable income of $3,400. According to the recommended family budget table, how much should he budget for food? Okay, family of 3, look at food. What is that? 17%, so you just take 17% of 3,400. And come on, I'm not gonna do that for you. Okay, 17% of 3,400. Look at model problem number 2. Jay Crockett has a family of 4 and budgets $550 of his $2,900 monthly disposable income. Okay, so this, he's already budgeting for food. He didn't look at the percentage. He did what he wanted, okay? So, it says, what percent to the nearest whole percent does he budget for food? Okay, and this is how you're gonna find the percent. 550 divided by 2,900 is 0.1896, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's gonna be 19%, right? Like that. So he budgeted 19% for food, while the table says for a family of 4, he should have budgeted 18% for food. So we're gonna take 18% of 2,900, and we get 522. So how much is he spending over the recommended? $28, okay? And then it's up to this guy to decide if it's worth spending $28 more than what's recommended, or if you should try to cut down and stop buying so many churros or something like that. Depends on how exigente his family is. All right, just kidding. Okay, and then the rest you guys should be able to do. Don't forget to use the table, okay? Have a great day, thanks.